Hey guys, this is ANIMAT, and before I get things started, I just want to begin by giving you a little bit of a summary so that in case you don't want a little bit of the details, the most important thing to get from this is that yes, I am unfortunately ending off what's in the box. Or there could be a possibility I might return to this in the future, so if that would be the case, then consider this as a bit of a break from what's in the box. However, I will keep my P.O. box open, so if you guys would still want to send me stuff, I will still have it open. It will be the same address, so that will still be on, but I will no longer be recording them in front of the camera and post it as a video for the public to go and watch. Okay, so with that said, let's go ahead and get things started with this. Now, I just want to start things off by saying that this was not a decision that I considered lightly. This was not something that I immediately quickly decided that I'm just going to go end it off right here. This was something that I took many months. In fact, I probably spent most of 2018 to consider if I should continue this or if I should end this off. It was not an easy decision, and even after talking to some friends and some family members, I ultimately decided maybe it is for the best to go and end this off. So that's probably one thing to go and consider about this, is that this was honestly a decision that was very tough for me. And some of you might be wondering, though, why is it that I ultimately decided to go and end it off right here? Well, considering that we are starting a brand new year with 2019, I want to try to go and start fresh. And this is the year that I want to try to implement some major changes onto my channel in order to make things bigger and better so that I can go and set focus onto videos that I want to try to do more of. I want to try to create more informative videos and the type that you guys want to see, like more animation lookbacks, more top 10s, and all that kind of stuff. So, of course, there might be a few things that I would have to trade off in order to make more room to make those projects in particular. And ultimately, I decided one of those things that I decided to let go for 2019 would be what's in the box. But I will say that ending it off right here and right now actually does seem like a pretty good fit, considering that if we do include this one in particular, then that would round it out to a total of 42 episodes of What's in the Box. And even if you look at the years that I spent on it, 3.5 years does seem pretty good. I believe I started sometime in the middle of 2014. If not, then I will put a correction in post. And ending it off all the way throughout 2018. So the end of 2018 does seem like a pretty good mark from there. So ultimately, starting out with a new year and going with a total of 42 episodes does seem like a pretty good place to go and conclude What's in the Box. But you guys might be wondering about the specifics about why I decided to go and close down What's in the Box. What were the factors that made me decide to not continue the series for many more years to come? Well, there are several of them, but I think I'll go and start things off with the first one, and that is regarding the engagement with audiences. And this is not just regarding viewership, but also within the show itself. Starting off with the views, well, in that department, it's probably one of my least watched shows that I have. The package ones would go all the way up to 2,000 views, while the letters portion would normally barely even make it to 1,000 views for each of them. So it's not really something that audiences really want to see from me, and considering from the viewership, of course, they don't really get as much attention as some of the bigger projects that I would work on, like the reviews, the animation lookbacks, the top 10s, the editorials, and all that kind of stuff. So that did play a bit of a factor in there. That, and also the reason why a lot of people are not necessarily interested in What's in the Box is mainly because I remember I took a bit of a poll where I would ask people several questions, and regarding the shows that they're interested the least from me, a lot of them would say What's in the Box, not because they hate the series or anything like that, but rather they're not interested in unboxing videos. Like, they don't have anything against unboxing videos, it's just not necessarily their cup of tea, and I do respect that. And by the way, on a side note, I just would like to say that it could probably also be the reason why I might no longer do any more Loot Crate sponsored videos, considering that not many people really care much about those. They don't really get that much engagement, thus not really much of a purpose for me to go and sponsor Loot Crate itself. Unless I can get a better deal from Loot Crate in order to continue making those, I don't think I'll be making those anytime soon. Looks like ANIMA'S would have to go and try to find a different thing to go and sponsor for you guys to see. But anyways, going back to what's in the box, it's just the unboxing type videos are not necessarily the kind that people want to see from me. They want to see more informative stuff. They want to see me talk about animation. They want to see me talk about movies. They want to see me speak my mind, in a sense. But yeah, that's kind of the big reason why I decided, like, considering that audiences are not as engaged with what's in the box, then really is there that much of a purpose to really continue that when I can focus more on other projects that a lot more people would want to see. And on top of that, it is also affecting the stuff that I would get throughout what's in the box, where I noticed that in 2018, I got a whole lot less letters and packages than I would back during like the earlier years, like in 2015 or in 2016, when I would get like a whole bunch of letters and packages onto every episode, and back during the days when I would actually do it on a monthly basis. And from there, I noticed that like the amount of participation has started to diminish. So it's not just in viewership, but also the fuel that would run what's in the box has started to become a lot smaller and smaller. Now, I know that in recent episodes, like in the last two, there has been a surge of it where people would send me a lot more presents or a lot more gifts, a lot more letters, a lot more cards, and a lot more packages and all that kind of stuff. But that is mainly because the end of the year is usually the time when people would really go and send things, because October is my birthday month and December is the holidays. So of course that would be the big time for giving. So unfortunately, because of that, when you look at the other years beforehand, like the beginning and the middle of the year, that's when things really go down quickly. So there isn't much of a point to really present when I don't really have a lot to present to begin with. So that is also a big part of it. And speaking of participation, that's also another reason, is actually because there's not a lot of new people that would send me letters and packages. Now, I'm not necessarily saying this as a bad thing per se, and I really do enjoy the fact that there's a lot of recurring people that would continue sending me letters and packages. It's kind of a unique way for me and some of my viewers to go and bond, and it's honestly really nice for them to share their life stories with me, and you know, just to share their experiences, share how things are going with their lives. It really is nice in a sense. But the catch is that because I always get the same people sending me letters and packages, that's the part where it feels like making what's in the box, it doesn't feel as fulfilling in a creative sense, or it starts to feel a little bit repetitive in a way, where now it's at the point where I'm starting to get the same letters and I'm starting to get the same packages, where a lot of people would be sending me like DVDs, Blu-rays, CDs, and all that kind of stuff, where making what's in the box, now it just starts to feel like I'm just making the same kind of video over and over and over. And considering that it's not encouraging new viewers, it's mostly becoming to the point that now it's just the same people who are watching the show, and it is the same people who are sending me letters and packages. So it's just doing the same thing over and over and over again. And that's where there is a key factor to me to actually consider if maybe I should stop and just step aside from what's in the box. So that is also a major factor into it. Not to say that I didn't like getting the same people, it's actually great, but it's just when there isn't any new people that's also participating in sending letters and packages and all that kind of stuff, that's when it starts to feel a little bit boring and it starts to feel a little bit repetitive. Now, with the creative element out of the way, another thing that I would like to talk about why I decided to go and end things off is actually regarding the things that you guys would send me with all the letters and the packages, or more specifically with the packages as well. Now, I just want to clarify right now that I am extremely grateful of all the things that you guys have sent me. In fact, so grateful that there are a lot of things that you guys have sent over the years that I still kept to this day, with all the different DVDs, CDs, Blu-rays, with the merchandise, with all different sorts of stuff. There are some things that I still kept, and there are some things that they're a part of my collection. They would be hanging on my walls. In fact, there are even some things that have been highly prominent in my videos that I got through What's in the Box. Like, a great example is actually this statue of Walt Disney and Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. That's actually something that I've gotten through What's in the Box. However, there's also a lot of things that, while I am grateful to receive from you guys, they are things that I don't necessarily need, that I don't necessarily have much of a use for them, or that I don't necessarily have any room for keeping them in that regard. So, while I'm grateful that I got a lot of things from you guys, it does happen when I end up getting too many things, and there are some things that I just don't necessarily know what to do with them. Now, at this point, I think it's time that I will go and answer what could probably be the most common question that I got regarding What's in the Box, and that is, what do I do with the stuff that I received from What's in the Box, like both the letters and the packages? Well, I've already mentioned that there are some packages and there are some things that I have still kept to this day and that I would even use to this day, but there are others as well that I don't necessarily need. So with the things that I don't need, while I am grateful to receive them, I know that in the long run, there are others who would have a much better use for them than I ever would. So with the things that I don't need for What's in the Box, I would honestly send them to charity. I know that there are families out there, there are kids, there are adults, and there are people that are far less fortunate than I am, and I know for a fact that they would be much grateful if they actually had the things that I received through What's in the Box. So I decided, you know what? Why not let them have it? So that's why with most of the things I would go ahead and just give them out to charity, because like I said, I know they're gonna have a much better use for them. I know that they'll probably would want to have them much more than I would. So that's kind of the main thing that I want to emphasize, at least with the packages and the things that you have sent me. Even though I'm not going to use them, I know for a fact that in the long run, there are going to be some less fortunate families that will be much happier with some of the DVDs, with some of the little books, with some of the CDs that you have sent me. So I do feel like it is for the best that they would have those things than I would. And as for the letters and for the different fan art and all that kind of stuff that you would send me, hold on a sec, I will be right back. Oh, good God, this is heavy. Okay, got it right here. Okay, now this box, this pretty large box, is like filled to the brim right over here. Like even overflowing the seams where normally like you would close the box. This is all the different letters, the different fan art, the different piece of papers, the photos, like everything that is made out of like paper and stuff like that, and the stuff that I've received through the letters and through the envelopes, they're all right here. This is the entire collection of all the mail that you guys have sent me throughout the years of what's in the box, and I am grateful for every single one of them. I mean, it's a pretty heavy box, but it definitely feels nice. Like, I don't think I even got rid of any of them. They're all kept right over here. I know that you guys would put in a lot of effort into a lot of the fan art, and especially when a lot of these letters, in fact, most of these letters, they're actually handwritten. I can't just throw them away. I know that you guys put in some effort into a lot of these, so I couldn't just throw them out. I decided to keep them in this really big box. It's heavy, but I know that it has a lot of love into it, so hopefully that will answer your question, that in terms of the letters and all that kind of stuff, they're not thrown out. They're all in this big box. So basically this is the box of what's in the box. Okay. Oh, jeez. And let me tell you, like, considering that it is years worth of all different papers in there, like, it really does get quite heavy. But anyways, looking back into what's in the box, overall, it really is a show that it is for fans by fans. Fans are the ones that would go and fuel the show by sending me all the different letters and packages. And honestly, looking back at it, it really is such a unique way in order to connect with fans, in order for me to have like this special bond with fans. And I could tell with each letter that some of these people, like, it feels like talking to a close friend, where they don't mind sharing their life stories and how things are going with their lives, rather it be like their ups and downs, and hopefully things are going to go better with them. And I really do wish all these people the best. So honestly, if there is one thing that I am going to miss the most from what's in the box, it would actually be that connection that I have with fans, that unique connection through sending me a letter, kind of like the old-fashioned way of having a pen pal from so many different people from around the world. That's probably the amazing thing about it, is that this isn't just from Canada and Americans, that people would just send me all different letters and packages, but the fact that I could connect with so many people from around the world, people from like France, from different parts of Europe, from the UK, from New Zealand, from Australia, from Ireland, and all these different countries. It does feel absolutely amazing and phenomenal that I could even reach out to those people, even through a small series like What's in the Box. And that's probably the one thing that I shall miss the most. It is the connection between me and the fans, and the one thing that's in between them is my mailbox. So that is pretty much why I decided, even though I'm ending off the show, I'm not going to end off the P.O. Box. So the big thing that I want to emphasize here is that even though I'm closing down What's in the Box for now, I'll get to that later, I will still have my P.O. Box open. So I'm going to put up the address as usual. Nothing will change from there. So if you guys still want to send me a letter or package, you could still feel free to do so. And on top of that, as an added bonus, there is one good benefit that I'm no longer going to do What's in the Box, is that with the letters and the packages that you guys can send me, you don't have to feel restricted, or you don't have to feel limited, or feel more careful about the things that you would say. If there are some personal things that you want to talk about with me, or if there's anything that you guys would like to send me that you don't necessarily want to be shown in front of the camera and in front of a live audience on YouTube and all that kind of stuff, then that's perfectly fine. You could just send away. So there is a little bit of a benefit with that you could be a little bit more private with me. And who knows, if I do find the time, and if I would be able to find you on social media or something, then I could personally write you back like a little thank you note and stuff like that. So this is not necessarily to discourage you from sending me anything like letters or packages. Even though What's in the Box is going to be out, you could still feel free in sending me those things. But if you feel like you can no longer send me stuff because What's in the Box is out, don't worry, because there are still plenty of other ways that you can support me. I know that you would spend quite a bit on sending me these letters and packages through What's in the Box, so if you still want to send your support and still want to spend a bit just on me, there is my Patreon account, of course, that you can go and just support my work. And that way, instead of sending me stuff, it would actually be a way that I can send you stuff. I offer plenty of awards, so, plenty of rewards. I think I misspoke and said awards, but anyways, if you guys would like to go and support my work and get some amazing rewards at the same time, where now I send you things instead of you sending me things, then just go to patreon.com/animat. And I think with all that said, this should ultimately conclude What's in the Box. Or at least for now. I mean, we can never say never, right? So at this point, I think it's probably for the best that I could say that you never know what's going to happen in the future. Even though I say right now that I'm ending off What's in the Box, maybe it will happen that suddenly I will bring back What's in the Box and I'll reboot the show and I'll continue opening letters and opening packages in front of the camera for you guys. Maybe I will return to it. So at the very least, I will say that if it does happen that I would reboot What's in the Box in the future, then consider this more of a break than something to ultimately end off. So just keep in mind on that. So I just want to give a little bit of that possibility. Maybe it's going to happen, maybe it won't. But for now, I know that I do want to take a break. I want to distance myself from What's in the Box, so at least I can spend more time making bigger projects for you guys that hopefully you will really enjoy. So with all that said, I think the only thing that I can say right now is just thank you. I want to thank literally everybody who has sent me a letter or a package throughout the years of making Animation Look Back. It really has been a wild ride, and I just want to say that maybe it's for the best that we don't think of this as the end of something, but rather as a new beginning, that we could start a brand new chapter onto this channel and onto me in general, that we could start looking forward to seeing the new things that I can deliver for you guys, and that hopefully the new bigger videos that I will offer will definitely be more than worth it. But still, it's been an amazing adventure with you guys, reading all your letters and opening up all your packages. It's been great, and if you still want to send me some letters and packages, I would be more than happy to go and check those out. I'm still gonna have that as an option, but just as with What's in the Box, I think like that's pretty much going to be done with the show itself. And one more thing that I want to mention that I really am going to miss the most is the way that you guys would show your support with it. The one thing that I loved when doing What's in the Box is really the way that you guys would keep on showing your love and your support for both me and the things that I would do in terms of my content and my videos. It really is such a heartwarming experience, and I'm definitely going to be missing that. So with all that said, I think we're pretty much all good from here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for your support. And until next time, see you later, dudes!